is not a lot to do except eat and hang out with the kitchen scales when you are a pregnant cat at the Kitten Academy, and Pumice was bored. She knew, though, that the best therapy was action, so one night she slipped out behind Mr. A as he toddled off to bed. It only took her a few minutes to run into a lovely old woman named Smokey. Smokey reminisced about her first litter of kittens, who she swore were trying out for the Scottish football team before they were born. The grand old lady then led Pumice into the kitchen to introduce her to Maggie and the faculty, and it was there that she made a snap decision. Smokey commanded Acro to switch off the live stream so she could bring the Munits out and tell Pummy and the youngsters the tale of the great heist.
I have not slept all day. I couldn't even eat all my treats.
It's true. I have never seen him so upset, Trader. Not even when I beat him to the paper ball Dad tosses to us. What's going on?
Let's wait until everyone joins the chat first, Gingko. Agent Korn warned that he might be late as he and Rocky are catching up on Snuggles now that their human Mia is home from her trip. Korn is going to need to be relaxed to hear this news.
A few minutes later, Winnie, Agent Korn, Luigi and Trader were ready to discuss network business with Kazoo and Gingko. Kazoo asked Trader to explain the situation.
I'll be quick about it, Kazoo, because, as I get poor reception inside my hollow, I am on the deck at Kitten Academy, and it is very cold. A few weeks ago, I began to hear wild rumors from the residents around the lake. Galata Wild Turkey, the chipmunks, squirrels, and even Traffic Owl have all heard the same stories. Dogs are getting very cocky. They say something big is coming. Then Kazoo heard from Lego, the assistant dog who likes to assist all species, not just humans. Lego told Kazoo that a group of dogs have somehow managed to find proof of the Kazoo Network's existence and intend to use it against catkind.
"Oh no!" cried the cats in unison, before Kazoo took over the tale.
Naturally, I was shocked. We have been discreet, and very few animals, let alone humans, know of the network. I mean, I try to fly the contemplation station only at night or at high altitudes, and when we go into public places such as K-Acon, we always go in disguise. I could not understand how word had gotten out. I started some inquiries by sending an all-pause bulletin out through the air purifiers in the kitten rooms. You may have noticed a very large number of photos on social media of cats watching the live stream. That was Skittles, Jessica, Casey, Thomas, Lucy, Oliveroo, Cashew, and many others responding to the APB for information on suspicious activity. Eventually, I found out what is happening in the worst way possible. A blackmail threat. Yes! The Kazoo Network has received a blackmail threat from an anonymous villain. It comes from a dog whose human took away his chew toy and is bored. I think he's decided to take out his frustrations on innocent cats and kittens, minding their own business, running a secret spy network. You know, everyday stuff. He tried to stay anonymous, but I've discovered his name. He's called Dirty Rat. Well, Dirty Rat may have think he can threaten the Kazoo Network, but I have news for him.
Well, technically, he has threatened the Kazoo Network, but that does not mean we have to give in to him.
Thanks for that pedantic correction, Luigi, but you're right. We don't have to, and will not give in to Dirty Rat.
Dirty Rat. Tough Dog wants to be known as Dirty Rat, but I bet the real name is something like Flossie or Bill or Diddums.
I knew I could rely on you for a steady response, Winnie.
What is he threatening us with, Kazoo?
Dirty Rat says that if we don't disband the Kazoo Network and cease all operations within 10 days, he will release evidence to the whole human race of our existence. He claims we have gone too far in proving that cats can be as loyal and as smart as dogs, and he will not stand for it. Clearly, he grew up in a home without cats, or he would not speak such rubbish. Still, we must take this threat seriously and neutralize it. I have no intention of letting some pipsqueak mess with me and my empire. My network.
By this time, poor wee Trader's paws were starting to freeze to the deck.
So what do we do?
We must find out what this evidence is, locate it, and destroy it. And we must give Dirty Rat something to chew on.
Oh, and I know just the chew toy!
Gingko lost track of the conversation entirely as she contemplated expanding the range of the Gingko shopping network. Aye, until the sound of Kazoo's voice broke her reverie.
Gingko and I will talk to the wider cat world, and you must use whatever resources you can to bring this threat under control. We have allies. The Feline Bureau of Investigation and the Cat Intelligence Agency have seen this as a threat to all cats and have offered their help. We also have financial resources available. The Sock Manufacturers of America Association and Pet Food Suppliers Incorporated have responded to a call from Acro with a promise of unlimited funds to counter the potential impact on their shares. Get out there and get me the information I need, cats, and keep your eyes open even when you're asleep.
The next morning, an excited Gingko shouted at her sleeping brother.
I have news, Kazoo. Acro has been talking to the alumni and put together bits and pieces of the puzzle.
Kazoo shook himself awake and grinned at her.
I knew it! Cats working together can solve any puzzle. Well, except that one about why humans think we need special cat food when we're happy to eat their dinners instead. What did Acro say?
He heard snippets here and there. Hal told him his human was excited about hearing cats speak English. It got Acro thinking, though, and he asked around. Rocky said that the first reaction of his and Corn's human on her return was to ask Corn if she would be able to understand him soon. Sassy and Chestnut, Baskerville and Zap, Gracie, Claire, Latte, Ivy, Tomato, and Hummus all reported hearing similar kinds of comments from their humans. So, Acro asked Archie and Graykac to search the humans' chatter, and they found some astounding rumors. In Stockholm, a feline anthropologist, you know the silly humans who think they should study us instead of the other way around, claims to have a recording of a Kazoo Network seminar. This Ed human claims he has been able to translate the recording. I mean, that is absurd, isn't it, Kazoo?
I don't know, Gingko. I sometimes think our humans are smarter than they seem. I used to think our parents were geniuses. Well, for humans. Until they brought you home, anyway.
Kazoo grinned as he ducked below Ginkgo's paw.
Well, if it exists, this recording might be the basis for Dirty Rat's threat. Let's get everyone together on the network and use our collective brain power. Better bring some snacks in.
Later that day, kittens, Kazoo addressed the network. Tor? Don't do that.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. You have heard the All Paws Bulletin and our call for assistance. What can you tell us about this so-called recording of our seminar? Do we know if it exists, or how it fell into the paws of Dirty Rat? Most importantly, where is it?
I've been checking my humans' messages, Cashew, and there is some sort of invitation for the release of a special recording scheduled for next week that has the humans excited.
Oh, yeah. That must be why my human, Mary, just said to me that it won't be long now before she can understand me better. And you know, I did ask questions at our last seminar, Kazoo.
You did, Baz, I remember, but how did it fall into their hands?
Excuse me, Kazoo, I have a confession to make. I was having trouble hearing the seminar, so I patched into my human speakers. Maybe I pressed record by mistake.
Don't be silly, Banjo. We all know how steady your paws are. It doesn't matter anyway. It is clear, though, that the threat is real. Where is Dirty Rat and where is the evidence?
It might be more complicated than that, Kazoo. If it is online, it might be in many places. So we will need to remove the master copy at the same time as we corrupt the online copies. Agent Star, have you kept your hacking skills up to date?
Of course, Acro. I have been ordering extra treats from my human's account just to keep my hand in. And my acting skills as well, from where she tries to pretend there are no treats, and I stumble into the stash. I will be happy to help out if Maple, Hickory, and Junie can assist me on the day. I will, of course, expect the network to be standing by to knock their humans' laptops over or drop their mobile phones as a backup.
Right. How are we going to find the location of this Dirty Rat?
I have a theory that might help. I know a fair bit about convincing people you are something you are not. Pregnant, for example. So I suspect that the dog is using an alias that actually belongs to his human. I did an online search for humans who use this alias, and I found 2,322,456 of them. I then entered in some additional search parameters, such as having dogs, ordering dog food but not treats, and flea treatments but no toys, and I narrowed it down to 2 suspects. One lives in Tallinn in Estonia, and the other in upstate New Jersey.
Wow!
All a matter of thinking outside the litter box. It's a little town called Lake Hopatcong. The house is near the lake and backs onto some woods. I'll send you the coordinates.
Truly impressive work, Cashew. You clearly benefited from your free time at the academy.
Aw shucks, Headmaster. I learnt from the best.
Okay, cats and kittens, I will organize an extraction mission as soon as possible. I will need all your help, though, in monitoring your humans. Alert me if you hear of any changes in the rat's plan. You will also need to identify any humans who may have an offline copy of the recording. Did this feline anthropologist Ed have any help?
A bloke called Crazy Ivan, a couple of scientists named Jane and Melissa, and a bunch of humans who think studying cats is a fun thing to do, is what I heard.
Right. Well, I want them all monitored, 24 hours a day. I want their cats on duty, ready to respond at a moment's notice if they show any signs of spreading this recording. Perhaps some of our kittens with fake social media accounts like Elennare, Jay, Cordismelum, and Bella Kitty can spread the word. Agent Corn, I want you to organize surveillance of this property in Jersey. I don't want to go in cold. I will contact you all for an update the night before we launch our raid on the lair of this low-down, dirty rat.
Excuse me, Smokey, but what is a lair, and why was the dirty rat feeling down?
Oh, never mind, Dalton. I think Kazoo had just spent too much time watching gangster movies with his parents. Now, as I was saying...
What will happen to the Kazoo Network now? Can they pull off the greatest heist since Maggie stole Mr. A's bread? Tune in for the conclusion to The Great Heist.